Hey everyone, in the last video we have discussed about the pointer concept. In this video we'll discuss about the double pointer or pointer to pointer concept. If you have any doubt regarding pointer, just check out the last video. In this video we'll discuss about the double pointer. Let's start. So what is basically pointer to pointer? You can think a bit that. So whenever you are declaring that int star ptr, that star ptr is storing somewhere, right? The block for that star ptr, it's allocating somewhere, right? So we are also allocating the block or the memory for that pointer. So pointer, what pointer does? It stores the value, right? So whenever we are declaring that pointer, we are also creating that block. So that block also has some address, right? So somewhere in a system we are declaring that block. So that block also has some address. These portions are clear, right? Every time you have to clear your concept. So what is basically pointer to pointer? Now we have, let's say that we have a variable, it has the address. So for storing this address we have declared a pointer. You can see that we have declared a pointer. So what pointer does? It stores the address of a or address of any variable, not a, address of a variable. So in this case, what is a variable? That is a or b or c. So okay, so what pointer does? Pointer stores the address of any variable. Now this block of memory has been allocated somewhere in a system, so it also has an address. So we can also access this address. Am I clear? Are you getting my point? So whenever we are declaring or initializing this pointer, it also has an address. So for accessing that address we need a double pointer. Am I clear? So you can see that we have a double pointer. So what this double pointer will do, it will store the address of a pointer, not a variable. So you can see that in this case we have only, so let me remove all these things. You can see that in this case we have a single star. Single star means it will only go one step back, so it can go only one step behind. So it means it will only store the address of a variable. Now what double pointer means? So we have to declare a double pointer using star star. So as you can see that we have declared a double pointer using star star. So star star means it will store the address of a pointer. So for storing the address of a variable we need a this star. So for storing the address of a pointer we need double star. So p1, let's say that we will store, so we are also allocating this block somewhere in our system, right? So it also has an address. So for accessing the address of this double pointer we need a triple pointer like this, and for accessing the address of this thing or this pointer we need a, like we will have 4 star. So this is how these things will go on. Every time whenever we are storing the address of any pointer we have to go n plus 1. In this case what we have, so let me remove all these things. So in this case what we have only single pointer. So for storing the address of this pointer what we need, let's say that this is n. In this case what is the value of n? That is 0. For storing the address of ptr what we need double pointer. So for storing this what we need, n plus 1 pointer. And for storing this what we need n plus 1 pointer. In this case what will be the value of n? It will be 2. So you can see that we need n plus 1 star. So let's say that we are trying to store n star pointer. So how many star we have in our pointer? That is star. It will go up to n, so it will go on, right? So I think what is the difference between pointer and double pointer and what are the significance of star is clear. So starting with double pointer, that is star star p, you can see that we are declaring a double pointer with star star. Now let's say that what is the value of a? that is 100. So for storing the address of A, do we need double pointer? Just pause this video and write in the comment section. Do we need 1, 2, 3? I think you have written the comment. So we not need any double pointer for storing the address of a variable. We are declaring and initializing the variable. Let me clear these things. Yeah. So we have declared a variable. Sorry, we have declared a pointer that is int star ptr, and you can see that we are declaring the type pointer. Now what we are writing? We are writing ptr ampersand a. So we are storing the address of A. Is this portion clear? So storing the address of A into ptr. Now what we are doing here, basically we are declaring the double pointer. We are declaring the double pointer using star star ptr1. Declaring double pointer. So you can see that here what we are doing, we are storing the address of a pointer into a double pointer. For storing the address of a pointer, what we need a double pointer, and it will go on. So for storing the address of a double pointer, what we need a triple pointer. So this thing will go on like this. Now we are storing the address of ptr into another pointer, that is double pointer. Now we'll look at the code. At first what we have done, we have declared a variable and initialized that A with 1000. We have declared a pointer. We have initialized that pointer using the address of A. We have declared a double pointer, and we have initialized that double pointer with the address of the single pointer, that is ptr. Am I clear? Now what we are doing, we are basically printing ptr. What is ptr? What ptr contains? It contains the address of A. So ptr contains, so it will print the value of ptr or the address of A. Is this clear? Now we'll talk about that when we print ampersand ptr, ampersand ptr, what will print. So now we'll talk about that, what is star double ptr. So using star double ptr, so what is the significance of star? So I have said previously, let's say that this 10, this is star p or ptr, this is star star double ptr. So whenever we are like for this case, when we print star p or star ptr, then it will go one step back, right here. So when we store star double ptr, then where it will go? It will go one step back, that is ptr. It will print the value of ptr, which is the address of A. Now you can see that we'll print the value of ptr, which is the address of A, because we have gone one step back. And for the last case, what will happen? So for the last case, what will happen? For this, we'll go two step behind. So two step behind, what we have the value of A. So when we'll write star star double ptr, then it will go two step behind and print the value of A. So I think these portions are clear. If you have any doubt, just write in the comment section. Now we'll run this portion into the C++. So at first we have initialized A with 1000, then we have declared a pointer. In this line we are storing the address of A into the pointer. In this line we are declaring a double pointer, and in the last line we are storing the address of ptr into double ptr. Now in this line what we are doing, basically we are printing the value of ptr, which is the address of A. So let me compile this. You can see that at first line what we are doing, so you can see that at the 10th line what we are doing, we are printing the value of ptr, which is the address of A. In the second line, or you can see that in the 11th line what we are doing, we are printing the address of ptr, which is the value of double ptr. In the 12th line what we are doing, basically we are printing the value of double ptr, which is the address of ptr. And in the 13th line we are going one step behind and we are printing the value of ptr, which is the address of A. And in the 14th line, what we are doing, we are printing the value of A, because we are going 2 steps behind, because we have used star star double ptr. So if we write star ptr, then what it will do, it will again print the value of A, because that's a single pointer. For double pointer we have to go 2 steps back, that is star star double ptr. So I think the concept of double pointer is clear to you, that how we can store the address of a pointer into another pointer. If you have any doubt, just write in the comment section. See you in the next video.